Autumn is one of my favorite seasons, with the beautiful colors that the leaves turn, the cozy food, and the crisp but bright mornings being some of my favorite things about autumn. So for today's What I Eat in a Day, I'm making all things autumnal, celebrating one of the most beautiful seasons in my opinion. And for breakfast, I'm making apple pie overnight oats, so I'm starting by making the overnight oats mixture. So I'm adding my oats, flax seeds, chia seeds, cinnamon, and milk. I'm using soy milk today, but you can use any milk you have and like. And then to make the mixture nice and thick and to also increase the protein, I'm also adding some Greek yogurt. I gave the mixture a good mix and let it on the side to thicken up. And I'm making 4 portions today, so I have some meal prepped breakfast for the next few days. For the apple pie topping, I'm chopping some apples. I'm using Royal Gala today, as that's what I had, but I think Granny Smith would also work great. Once I chopped them in small pieces, I added them to a saucepan with a splash of water, and since I ran out of cinnamon, I'm using a little bit of pumpkin pie spice. And this smelled so delicious while it was stewing. I had it on medium heat, stirring occasionally and adding splashes of water as needed. And when it was time for breakfast, I took one of my overnight oat jars out of the fridge and topped with my stewed apple. I finished with a few almonds and my breakfast was ready. Breakfast is ready, and this is overnight oats, but I actually made them this morning, and because I put so much yogurt, it actually absorbs quite quickly and it does get thick fairly quickly. So you can make it from the day before, but even if you're lazy like me and didn't the day before, you can still make it in the morning. Let's give it a try. I'm very sad because I want to put almond butter to have that nice creamy texture on top, but I was out, so I put some flaked almonds, so let's give it a try. It is so good, and I love the pumpkin pie spice on the apple. It gives so much flavor, and personally I don't think it needs any sweetener because the stewed apple has gone very sweet and nice, and personally I don't like very sweet breakfast, so this is just the perfect amount for me. And the oats is just the perfect texture and consistency. It's so good. This is delicious and so autumnal. I love it. I just love apples, and stewed apple is just even more cozy and nice. It's a good one, so I'm very happy. For lunch, I wanted something nutritious but also cozy, so I'm making a harvest bowl that also works great for meal prep. So I started by chopping some sweet potatoes in medium-sized pieces. I put them in a baking pan lined with baking paper, and I added some olive oil, salt and pepper, and a bit of paprika. I mixed the spices with my hands and placed it in a preheated oven at around 200 to 220 degrees Celsius. I then moved on to prepping the Brussels sprouts, and I personally love Brussels sprouts roasted in the oven, and I keep them pretty simple by tossing them with some olive oil and seasoning with salt and pepper. So once I prepped them, I added them to the oven together with the sweet potatoes. And once everything is roasting, I'm preparing a simple balsamic vinaigrette by just adding all the ingredients in a jar. So that's balsamic vinegar, a bit of honey, a garlic clove, a bit of Dijon mustard, salt and pepper, and olive oil. I then closed the lid and shook the jar well so the dressing can get properly mixed up. And as my grain of choice, I'm doing some pearl barley, so I'm simply cooking it in a veggie stock. For my protein today, I'm doing some salmon that I'll be cooking in the air fryer, as I find that's the fastest way to cook my fish and it makes it perfect every time. I simply season with salt and pepper and a bit of garlic powder. Oh, and a spray of olive oil. And once all the different elements were ready, I'm assembling my bowl by adding some green salad first. I then added my pearl barley and sweet potatoes, and then some of the Brussels sprouts and a salmon fillet. I finished it off with a drizzle of the balsamic vinaigrette, and lunch was ready. My harvest bowl is ready and it smells so delicious. I can't wait to try it. I don't even know what to begin with. Let's try a bit of the Brussels sprout. Very good. I love the garlicky flavor from the dressing. It's so good. Let's have a bite of everything now. And you can change things up for this. If you don't like salmon, you can do chicken or whatever protein you like. Tofu would also work great if you're vegetarian. So the sky's the limit, and you can change the grain as well. You can do bulgur wheat, rice, or do normal potato. I just had these ingredients in the house, so I just combine them and let's see how they taste. This is so delicious, and the dressing just brings everything together. It is so good. I just love a big bowl, good ingredients, nice little salad. Honestly, the dressing and the potato is perfectly roasted. I'm loving this. I'm gonna go enjoy it, and I'll see you for a snack or dinner. Probably snack, because let's face it, I'm not gonna last until dinner just with this. Oh, I just love garlic. Let me know in the comments, do you like garlic? Garlic and onion gives such good flavor, and I don't understand when people say they hate garlic. It's just so good. I just feel so good eating this. Perfection. I'm so happy. I got my cookie, I got my tea, and it's the best time of the day, dessert time. I've been craving cookies for the past few weeks, and I've tried various cookies from Pret, Sainsbury's, Farmer J's, but I must say there's nothing like homemade chocolate chip cookies. Today I decided to do a banana bread version because it is autumn, and autumn means banana bread, to me at least. So let's give it a try. I personally like when it's a gooey, almost like cookie dough kind of texture. So my favorite is when they're still a bit warm and the chocolate is still melted. So let's give it a try while they're still warm. I just love dark chocolate. It's so good. It is more fluffy and cakey. So exactly how you would expect a banana bread cookie to be like. It is nice and crunchy a bit from the top, but then quite cakey in the middles, and loads of chocolate because, let's face it, that's the best part. I love this. I've adapted the recipe a little bit just because I want to do less sugar and a bit less batter, and I think they turned out great, so I'm happy. Gonna go enjoy it with my cup of tea, and I'll see you for dinner. So much chocolate. How can I have only one? This is so good. And for dinner I wanted a warm and cozy soup, and I thought I'd experiment with the chicken avgolemono recipe. So I'm starting by sauteing some chicken in some olive oil, and ideally you'd have either a whole chicken or at least chicken thighs on the bone, as that gives it so much more flavor, but I only had boneless chicken today, so that's what I'm using. And while the chicken gets a bit of color from both sides, I'm chopping up my veggies. So today I'm doing onion, carrot and celery, which is my go-to for chicken soup. I then removed the chicken from the pan, added a bit more olive oil and added my vegetables to saute for a few minutes. I seasoned with salt and pepper and then added my rice. I'm using risotto rice as I find that works perfectly for soups, and then I'm adding my chicken back in and covering everything with water. I crumbled the chicken stock cube and let it simmer for 30 to 45 minutes. Before I served, I removed all of the chicken pieces and used 2 forks to shred them so it's easier to eat in the soup. I added the shredded chicken back in the soup, and then to make the avgolemono, I started by juicing a few lemons. I added that lemon juice in a little bowl and then cracked 2 eggs in as well. I whisked it well, and then I took some of the warm soup and added it in the egg and lemon mixture so I can temper the eggs and they don't become scrambled eggs when I add it to the soup. And apparently that's the trickiest part of making the avgolemono, because you have to keep whisking while also adding some of the hot broth. So make sure you don't stop whisking and you slowly incorporate more and more of the hot broth. I then added the avgolemono mixture in the soup, gave it a good stir, and you can see how creamy it's made the soup. I finished with a handful of parsley and my soup was ready. I served a big bowl and of course finished it with a bit more lemon juice, as I can never have enough lemon. So it's my first time making avgolemono, and if I'm honest, when I put the mixture in, it kind of curdled a bit, so there is some white pieces of the egg. Let me know if you have any tips, because I've never made it before. It is creamy, but it also has those white bits, so we can ignore that. It's fine. I'm sure it will taste good, so let's give it a try. It's just, I love how creamy it is. And of course I put more lemon on top because you can never have enough lemon. So hot. This is so good. I think for me it needs more lemon. Maybe a bit of salt and pepper. Definitely pepper. But yeah, I'm gonna add a bit more lemon, but this is good, and once it has cooled down a bit, gonna go enjoy with James and watch something. So I hope you enjoyed this autumnal video. If you'd like to see another what I ate in a day, you can check out this video and I'll see you there. Also, if you made it this far, comment a soup emoji.